What did you make of the tweet exchange with President Trump and OPEC?
Well, I mean, look, in my personal opinion, because, it's important to kind of keep in mind the broader context here. OPEC had this Joint Ministerial Monitoring Committee meeting this morning. What confuses me about this overall cut that we're still in is that, by the metric of getting back to the 5-year average level of stocks, they've done it. And if you look and use a 7-year average, they'll do it by, maybe July or August. But if you look back at the interview that Khaled Al-Faleh did here at Bloomberg, back in the spring, he cited 3 different metrics that they're looking at. Not only the inventory issue, but also the investment cycle restarting and also the health of the global economy. So on those 2 other metrics, they're not at the goalpost that they want to be at. And so, for me, the thing that's confusing is why is Saudi Arabia producing at 9.8 and 9.9 million barrels a day when their cut level that they agreed to is 10.1. So when you talk about artificial, I mean, 200,000 barrels a day lower production than what you've agreed to, and not offsetting the lower production by many of these other countries that are producing at far lower rates, for reasons that are out of their control, that's what's confusing to me.
Well, especially when you wind up having Venezuela falling off a cliff, potentially Iranian sanctions not being waived May 12th. Right. And the question becomes, if we do see sanctions happen, if Venezuela keeps rolling over, do the Saudis wind up pumping more? And
Right.
if they don't, how is that not artificially supporting the price?
Exactly. Yeah, I don't see the rationale there. I think the theme from the meeting, as just as an observer, is that they want stability. And so I think from their perspective, they're concerned that the macro situation could turn far worse as we get into the year. That generally we went through a very, very strong period of demand growth. And I think that issue is kind of lost amid this debate about supply side cuts, is that demand growth was exceptionally strong in Q1, partly because of weather, partly because of the global synchronous growth backdrop. But we don't expect that level of demand growth to continue over the course of the remainder of this year.